Hi guys, I'm Allison Van Rassel. Welcome to my home. I'm a food journalist here in Quebec City, and the past few months, yes, we're talking about months in confinement, have been quite special for me. They've been hard, they've been good, they've been reflective, and I've also taken the time to reflect a lot about my cooking. I've cooked a lot, and we'll share some recipes with you later on in the show. But what I've noticed here was a major impact in my work and in the day-to-day life here in Quebec City was the closure of restaurants, and that had a huge impact on not only my work, but on the friendships that I have been making for the past 10 years, making food my work. Food is what I do on a day-to-day basis. I do it in French, in English, I write about it, I do TV about it, I do radio about it. What I want to share with you guys today is probably what some of the people around me have been going through. The people in the food industry have been impacted incredibly by the recent COVID-19 pandemic. I want to share those stories with you because it's important to highlight the resilience that these people have been going through. Raphaël Vézina, for example, he's the young chef of the Laurie Raphaël restaurant here in Quebec City. They've been doing high-end gastronomy for the past, since the 1990s. But they closed down for a little bit. They turned themselves around. They started doing takeout menus, something that the restaurant had never, ever done before. I had the chance to speak with Raphaël to find out first how he's doing. And I think we'll learn some beautiful things about him. Listen in. Hey, Raphaël.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Very good actually. Yeah.
How have you been living this?
At the start, it was pretty rough because we had to let go all of our employees. 1 week before all of this happened, we lose like 80% of our business, so it was pretty scary. We wait a couple of weeks and then we start to take out, and actually it goes pretty well. So yeah, we survived this.
Yeah, you totally reinvented yourself as well, because you started doing takeout food, which is something that Laurie Raphaël had never done before.
No, exactly. So we were a restaurant of 35 guests, and now we do about 800 meal per week. So it's completely different, you know.
What, 800 meals?
At the first start, we thought, me and Daniel, like maybe we will make 100 meal per week. So I said to my father, we will do this, me and you. But my sister told me like we have 700 reservations. So I have an heart attack. I was okay. We have to think about how we are going to do this. So we called back all the team of the kitchen, and everybody is working now full time. Yeah.
You are one of the very few who started doing prepared meals very early on in the pandemic when everything closed down. Was that a way for you to say, hey, we need to feed our customers, we need to be seen? What was the reflection there?
One day we wake up and we just like, okay, we have to do something. We have to encourage producer. We have to make our people work, and we have to make our clients happy. So we wanted to make things happen. So the idea was do simple meal that I want to eat with my family this Sunday night, and do it for a lot of people. We don't want to do like Laurie Raphaël 10 dishes gastronomic meal. We only want to do like a good meal made with the best ingredients. So every week we choose a produce and we do a menu with it, and that's it. It's only that. We don't want it to sell it too expensive. We want it simple, and yeah, every week it's a new challenge. Yeah.
If you look at the future, are you looking at it at all? Are you thinking about the future at all?
a lot. Yeah, we're thinking a lot about what is going to happen with the restaurant when it will reopen. Are we gonna do takeout and restaurant? Are we gonna do only restaurant? Are we changing our way to serve people in the restaurant? I think everything's gonna be different when we will reopen. At this moment, we are thinking about it, but we do not know exactly what's going to happen.
I think the only thing to say then is carpe diem.
Yeah.
You'll be doing the best you can with what you have.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
At least the food was excellent. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me this morning, Raphaël. And bon courage.
Merci. Take care.
You too.
We're here at the Sainte-Foy Farmers Market. I got my mask on. We're taking things very seriously here. And I'm here to buy some asparagus. That's my partner, Marie-Ève. Say hello.
Hello.
Respecting the 2-meter distances and buying local asparagus. Can't wait to cook those. One of the very first things that I noticed during this pandemic here in the food industry, local food industry, is that restaurant owners were suddenly doing takeout. They wanted to stay alive. They wanted to keep their employees. La Tanière started doing it. Rio et Petit Gros started doing it. Laurie Raphael was doing it. And these are restaurants that usually offer high-end gastronomy. And suddenly they were preparing food to be eaten at home. Because I considered myself to be privileged during these hard times, because I was able to continue on working, I decided to help these guys out the best I could. And I ordered so much takeout. I cooked a lot, but I made sure that I had at least once a week takeout on the menu, because it's important to show them, give them the love back that they're giving to you when they welcome you in a restaurant. And even though these are not necessarily my close friends, they are, in a sense, part of my big family. And that was a way for me to say thank you. And I ended up visiting these places where I found myself enjoying the food more than I thought. And one of these places that I truly was blinded by the resilience and the fact that they totally reinvented themselves. And looking back, I sort of realized that they did keep on reinventing. They have been reinventing themselves for the past, I think they celebrated their 10th anniversary, was Le Pied Bleu. I had a chance to talk about what they put together in order to stay alive and what they've been going through with the chef FABRICE QUENEHEN of Le Pied Bleu. Here's our conversation.
Hello, Fabrice. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yes, really?
It's summer, you know. We got Calvados, we got sun, we got everything.
Fabrice, you're the chef at Le Pied Bleu. How have you been dealing with the past couple of months?
We're getting good. We're getting good. We're still selling some products. We just had make a small shack in front of the Pied Bleu. We're calling chez Jacqueline. We make some hot dog and the half baguettes.
What happened here is that you reinvented yourself.
You know, the restaurant is closed. We don't know when we're gonna open a restaurant, so we need to do something. People want to eat, you know. People want to walk on the streets and take some food, just walking on the street or going to a park, and they just want to live as before. So we just want to reinvent the cuisine, you know. Like in Europe, you know, in Europe there's a lot of restaurants. We've got some takeout place, like a crêperie example. So people stay outside and order something to eat, and we just give them to us. We just have to keep going, that's it.
Yeah, that's the philosophy of Le Pied Bleu.
The 2 weeks after it's starting, it was quite hard, you know, because we don't really know what to do. But we already had a website which you can order something to take out. So we just worked with it, try to improve it.
Do you think that saved you, Fabrice? The fact that you had a website online and the fact that you were able to respond quickly to orders?
Yeah. It saved us a lot. It saved us a lot because we were ready without to be ready, you know. And people save us too, because people just came to us and just say we're gonna buy local, we're gonna local people support us a lot. So we got a good community, and they still support us a lot. So we're really grateful for them.
Fabrice, what do I wish you for the future? Are you looking at the future at all? Are you thinking about it?
We're not thinking of a future. We just follow the wind. We don't know what's gonna happen. We just try to do something. If it's work, it's good. If it's not working, we think about something else, and that's it.
You are the kings and queens of resilience, my friend. Long live le pied bleu, le renard et la chouette.
Ah!
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
See you, Allison. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're gonna bake, I think what's probably the most comforting recipe. This is what I've been doing for the past 2 months. I've been cooking a lot. I've been trying to figure out what are the foods that comfort me the most. What are the foods that I find the most pleasure in cooking and preparing. One recipe that I did bake a lot because I feel it's the ultimate comfort food. I know you're all expecting me to say craft dinner, but I'm not. I'm gonna say chocolate chip cookies because chocolate is the ultimate comfort food, no matter what people say. And to prove to you how much of a fan of chocolate I am, okay, so I couldn't decide which chocolate I was gonna use for my recipe, but I always go to Christine Blais. Christine Blais is palette de bean. So it's bean to bar chocolate. She starts from the bean and she creates chocolate. She doesn't use chocolate like this that comes pre-made by some international company. So that's why I respect Christine's work so much. I'm gonna bake my cookies with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, just to add that beautiful personality you're always looking for when you're trying to comfort yourself, right? Are you following me? Take notes, we're starting. So we'll start with sugar. White sugar, butter. How do you even know that your butter is local? Look for the little symbol that tells you that your butter is from milk producers of Canada. Just look for the cow, that's it. You're sure to get a better product too. Putting the butter, la la la. This is where the magic happens. Lock it up. Let's get rolling. So normally this recipe would call for vanilla extract. We're going to use something that is considered by many cooks who praise local ingredients, what's called the sweet clover extract. That's exciting because it kind of feels like it's vanilla, but it comes from our landscape here in Quebec. Now we're gonna go for the eggs. Don't get them too fluffy. Just wanna mix everything up together nicely and then add the flour. Chocolate time, chocolate time, chocolate time. Oh, and then you eat one. Now this is not the palette de bean chocolate. This is the main ingredient of the chocolate chip cookies, of course, so go for good chocolate. Nothing below 60%. You want higher than that. It smells really good. It clearly is the perfume from all that sweet clover. All right, now the original recipe calls for you to put this in the fridge for 36 hours. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna cook some right away, or you can make up these little balls and you can freeze them. So whenever you want to have some of that cookie comfort, well, you just take a little piece from out of the fridge and bake it. You don't have to go to the store and buy all that refined crappy crap, right? We want real food, real flavors. So you want something that looks like a golf ball. These don't need to be perfect. Whatever size you want them, you do it. There's no law, there's no rule. Just do it like you feel it. Oh, my mom is gonna be so ashamed when she watches this. I love you, Mom. La pièce de résistance, le chocolat. Again, that special little touch, palette de bean. And this one contains a little bit of coffee by Structure Roasters, again, who start from the raw product and transform it locally. What you're gonna do is you're gonna just rip off the little chunks and put them on top. If it's bigger, put some more. And it just tastes so good. Talking with your mouth full. It was one of the greatest pleasures in life, I think. What do you guys think? That's it. Put it in the oven, and when it comes out, it'll be ready, and we'll be eating cookies like a monk. I wish you guys could smell this right now. You see, this is the result of real food and comfort. This is comfort in a cookie. Oh my God, it's so hot. This is gonna be a beautiful day. Let's take a break. Let's go talk with a chef that decided to open a restaurant right in the middle of a pandemic. Verre pickle in céleri.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Making coffee. Would you like to have a cup of coffee?
I would. I'm already on my third coffee today, so.
You are? So why are you getting up so early?
We just opened a restaurant, so we go get our bread really early at our local bakery. So we set up all the sandwiches since really early in the morning because clients start coming in at 11. So we want to have it perfect and be ready since really early. So it's important.
I think that something that probably made the eyes twitch of our listeners right now is the fact that you said, Alexandra, that you just opened a restaurant. We are in the middle of a world pandemic. What's up with that?
Well, listen, we were ready before everything happened. We decided not to wait. We took a little bit of time to think it over, to prepare everything. And we said, okay, well, at least part of our restaurant, which is the sandwich part, the takeout sandwich. We're so lucky. Clients are amazing to us. They've been so responsive. They come see us every day. People really wanted a sandwich shop with fresh vegetables, fresh bread. So they really appreciate it. So we're really, really happy.
Are you surprised of that response, though, from people? I mean, considering the fact that we're talking so much more about people making their bread at home, people cooking more and more at home. Are you surprised that people are still coming out and going to the restaurant and taking these takeout meals?
Very surprised. I think people are now used to, they started cooking at home, which a lot of people weren't used to. And I think that people realize what it is to make your own food. And it's not an easy job to cook every single day. So I think after this period of time, people appreciated what it is to be able to go to a restaurant. And we also have appreciated what it is to have a client come in the door and choose us between all other restaurants, you know, so we owe them that, and clients are just so supportive. So there are positive things coming out of this. Local products and local artisans and shops are so much more appreciated and valued, and I think that's priceless.
What if we look at the future of your business, of your restaurant, Verre Pickle in Céleri, the energy you put into creating that restaurant and the environment for people to sit in and to share? It's a long table where people come together, eat together. Are you afraid that that portion of your business that you created is something that you're going to eliminate, or no? Are you just keeping it for when the time comes?
We are keeping it for when the time comes. We don't want to lose this dream that we have of bringing people back together to the same table. Of course, it's not a good timing, but I think everybody in the restaurant industry, we all have the talent to adapt and evolve. I think it's something that's very important to do. We need to find solutions. We can't really plan ahead because it changes every week, but we take out a plan, we put it out there, and we listen to our clients. That's what we do, and we adapt. And if we have to adapt every week, that's the only way I think that we can all survive this pandemic.
I think we'll survive it one sandwich at a time, but one sandwich,
yes,
Verre Pickle at a time. I think that's going to bring a lot of pleasure beaucoup de bonheur to a lot of people in Quebec City. So congratulations for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for showing us the brotherhood that restaurants have created. That's really nice. And you are a big link in that. You help us like see what other people are going through, and you know, you open up horizons for a lot of us. So thank you so much.
Alexandra, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you, Allison.
And I'll be by for another sandwich very, very soon. Thank you.
Perfect. We'll be here. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Moi, j'ai une moustache? Ouais. Hein? Voyons.
Hey, c'est bien beau.
Ça se fait que j'ai une moustache, moi.
Ben, je sais pas.
Cette tête-là, là.
Regarde. Hein? C'est ma mère avec une moustache. Enlève ta main. Regarde! Seeking truth in what you do. When I mean seeking truth is going for real food, real people, surrounding yourself with beauty as much as you can. I think that is what I tried to do the most during these times of confinement, because I sort of realized that when you're working really, really hard to make your dreams come true and to make a living through something that is also your passion, you need to really understand why it is that you're doing that. And the most important person is my grandmother is the most important person in my life. And she's the reason why I work in food. Wow, I'm crying. I'm so sorry. She's the reason I do what I do. She cooked in forest camps. She was a cook for a good part of her life, and she lived in the lower St. Lawrence region. I spent my summers with her, and she's 91 years old, and she lives in an old age home here in Quebec, and she's been confined, like really, really confined, even more than I have. Has not been able to go outside, eating food that she doesn't really like. And that's been the hardest part of this confinement. I'm trying to talk to her on the phone as much as I can. We went outside, see her on our balcony, try to keep that human relationship alive, because it is so important to me. And I've realized that that's what's most important in my job as well. So that being said, there were people who sacrificed their lives to make sure that my grandmother had some food. People who, like many, were dealing with hardships, psychological, physical, in direct contact with COVID-19. These people risked their lives for the lives of others. And the restaurant industry, as well as some students, future doctors, came together, making sure that these people who are working so hard to keep elderly folks secure, to keep those living with COVID-19 alive, bring them a little bit of comfort too. And Ono Izakaya, a Japanese tavern, took part of that movement here in Quebec City. And that is something I wanted to highlight. I could not end this special without talking about my beautiful grandmother, sending her all my love, ma mère, je t'aime. And this is truth. I'm so sorry, I didn't want to cry, but you're giving me the opportunity to shine it on me. I'm going to shine it right back on the people who work so hard and who make sure that our loved ones are secure during this awful, awful COVID-19 pandemic. Find truth in what you do, and you'll be happy. All right? Cheers, people.
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
How's the hair?
I'm pretty stoked that they open back in a couple of days, so I'm already in relation with my hairdresser, so we'll see.
So am I, Patrick, so am I.
Good.
How are you, Patrick?
I'm doing pretty well, actually. We're pretty happy to be back, just working. It's so good to be back in our restaurant. So
yeah. You've just opened back. You're saying that it's good to be back because you've just opened 1 or 2 weeks ago, but you've stayed pretty much closed during the pandemic. What was the reason there for you to not open the restaurant and stay closed?
There's a couple of different reasons. We closed actually pretty early when they announced the 50%
Reduction. Yeah.
reduction, because for us it wasn't always like here anymore. So we tried a couple of days, but even then our employees were scared because there were a lot of tourists, a lot of big groups of people sharing food. We're actually not a takeout restaurant. It's having a full house restaurant, a lot of atmosphere, a lot of ambience. We're trying to bring that to our customer at home. We have to think about a menu that will be good at home, changing a couple of recipes. So yeah, it was a long process. We had meeting every week with our chef, all the partners and everything, so we could go forward.
I'm pretty happy that you guys are back. I've tried your takeout menu. I've enjoyed it very much. And one thing that I do admire a lot about you guys is that you collaborated with students from Laval University who are studying to be doctors. These are future doctors. And they've put together this initiative called Feeding the Front Lines. In Quebec, it's called Alimenter la Première Ligne Québec. And you guys said, hey, listen, we want to cook some food for you guys, for you to bring to the people working the front lines, working directly with the people affected by COVID-19. We
want to do that. We want to give back a little of our time to those people because they worked so hard during the pandemic. So we're just happy for it. It's nice for us to give back the feeling that they can eat what they were used to eat before that and everything.
Yeah, you're still giving comfort.
Yeah, it's comfort.
How do you get the comfort, Patrick, right now?
Actually, it's just seriously, I'm so happy to be back here working again. You know me, I love working in restaurant industries, and just to have my staff back here at the restaurant, we actually bring, I think, 9 cooks back right now.
Wow.
We're not trying to do money right now. We're just trying to keep up with everything. We just want those good employees to have a job, and it's a good feeling to just have those people back again. It's our family right now, so yeah.
Well, congratulations on that resilience. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. I really appreciate it. What do I wish you for the future? Are you at all looking towards the future, Patrick?
I'm actually, yeah. I think we need to stay positive because if you just try to work well and do what you were doing before the pandemic, we'll work on that, and people will hear laugh again, like my cook and everything.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. And just, yeah, it's what we wish for the future is just to stay open, continue to do what we love, and have people back in our restaurant. I'm not thinking about anytime soon though, but yeah, we'll see.
In the meantime, we'll be ordering some takeout food, that's for sure. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a good day.
So here's the truth. I used whole wheat flour. I did not use white flour. And this cookie is so freaking good with whole wheat flour. I think I'm gonna have to change my recipe. I tried to cheat, but see, wow, it's so good. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. I'm talking with my mouth full.